all around the world last week. So let us know where you're watching the game from. And if you are sharing your thoughts around on Twitter, be sure to use the hashtag NPL New South Wales. As the players come out, it's time to take a look at the lineups. And Jason Kalina makes one change to the team that lost 1-0 to Marconi, with Patrick Antelmi replacing Mohamed Rahimi. The full lineup for Jason Kalina's side is number 1, John Hall, number 4, Adrian Vlastelica, number 5, Anthony Tomic, number 6, Chris Payne, number 8, Matt Sim, number 9, Patrick Antelmi, number 11, Yanni Pakatis, number 12, Shani Cole, number 15, Tomoki Menda, number 18, Glenn Trefiro, number 23, Pani Nikas, and the substitutions for Sydney United, number 2, Christian Gonzalez, number 7, Mohamed Rahimi, number 17, Matthew Bilic, number 20, Peter Markovic, and number 21, Tom Manos. And for Blacktown City, Mark Crittenden has 2 enforced changes, with Mitch Malia on international duty, and Daniel Narujo suspended after a red carding water goal last week. To each of the team come Devante Kloop and new signing Mason Versey. The full teams for Blacktown City: number 1 in goals, Tristan Prendergast; number 3, Giorgio Speranza; number 4, his brother Roberto Speranza; number 5, Grant Lynch; number 6, Matt Lewis; number 7, Devante Kloop; number 9, Joey Gibbs; number 10, Connor Evans; number 12, Charles Mendy; number 18, starting debut for Mason Versey; number 21, Yanni Pakatis. The substitutes for Blacktown City.
Number 7,
it's great to see this guy back. Number 11, Danny Choi.
Number 9, Joey.
Number 16, Mark Rodich. Number 19, Zach Cancross.
Charles Mendy.
Number 20, Stevan Savicic. Number 23, Daniel Braggs. They're your lineups for tonight's round 2 clash here at Sydney United Sports Centre. What a game this promises to be.
Substitutes are number 16.
The referees for tonight's game, Craig Fisher
19,
and his assistants, Andre Giev and Chun Pa. So just about ready to kick off here. The second round of the men's NPL New South Wales. Pleasure to bring it to you live on the NPL New South Wales Facebook page. What a game this promises to be. Neither team managed to get the 3 points last week in their respective games, so they'll be very keen to get things underway for season 2018. The victory here, as I said, Jason Kalina in the dugout for the first time, back at Sydney United, where he made his debut. And referee Craig Fisher about to get things underway. Blacktown City in the All Black, running from left to right on your screen. Hope you enjoy the game. And we're off. Spirakis getting a touch early, pressed by Payne. Spirakis back to his keeper, Prendergast. Sharing it around at the back with Lynch. Good early pressing from Payne, though. Speranza, Giorgio on the left side, Roberto on the right. Trefiro now in the midfield. For Sydney United, combining with Sim. Good combination, 1-2 there. Sim looking to get that ball inside, cleared by Lynch. Edge of the box, Paninikas. Cleared away. The ball falls into midfield. Devante Kloop getting his first touch in the game. Play on's the call from Fisher. A contest in the middle. Coming away with it is Gibbs. He's got Mendy to his left. Tracked by Tomoki Menda. Good high tempo early. We've had a really warm day here in Sydney today, but just as kick-off starts in the game, temperatures have dropped. Players will really relish that. Here's Trefiro. Pressure from behind from Mendy. Free kicks given there to Sydney United. As I mentioned in the pre-game, they had a 1-0 loss last week to Marconi in a big derby. Western Sydney derby. What a contest that was. They were keen to back on home soil here. Lynch brings it forward though for Blacktown. He's got Mendy to his left and he tries to find him, but Tomoki Menda reads that run, plays it back to the keeper, John Hall. Hall's got Vlastelica to his left and he uses him. Adrian Vlastelica, one of the new signings for Jason Kalina, looks long in for Payne. Some fresh faces for Sydney United this season. Lots of movement in terms of the squad. Vlastelica, one of them. Another one getting a start today. And he's here on the near side. Number 9 for Sydney United, Patrick Antelmi, a former Blacktown City player. So what a big occasion for him. Started off the bench last week. Gets a start this week. In for Mohamed Rahimi. Shannon Cole, another new signing. Gets it into Payne. Nikas leaves it. Connor Evans it is picking it up in midfield. Combining with Devante Clute. Looking for Mendy, but Menda does well. Trefiro looking for that return pass to Menda. Not quite on the same wavelength there. Now with Vlastelica. Looks to hit Payne. Out through Tomalic to the right-hand side. Mendy versus Menda. That's a bit of a tongue twister on that side of the field. Tomoki Menda, one of the new signings as well. So Sydney United really, Jason Kalina bringing in a few fresh players after last season, which was, I think, for Sydney United fans, were classed as a disappointing one. Here's Matt Sim, who had an excellent season last year. Cutting in from the right on his left foot, Matt Sim. Not far at all. A great effort early on from Matt Sim. Playing on the right-hand side, cutting in on his left foot. Had a terrific season last year, despite Sydney United struggling. Sim managed to bag himself 9 goals, so a terrific season. Shut down last week by Marconi, who were very solid and strong all over the pitch. Here's Trefiro trying to play United's Payne in. But cleared away by Lynch. Header strong from Vlastelica. Clute with a good first touch. Gets it out to Connor Evans. He's got Mason Versey to his right. Instead he uses Speranza. Roberto. Now he combines with Spirakis. One of the new signings at Blacktown City, who've had a lot more stability in their squad. Spirakis and Clute, the main two that have come in. Also Mason Versey. Fair bit more stability. Here's Spirakis, who was outstanding last week in Wollongong, combining with Connor Evans, who was named in the NPL Team of the Week. Spirakis just settling it down, despite the option of Gibbs. City switching it out to the left-hand side. Matt Lewis dropping in between the two central defenders to start the play. Spirakis looking long. Good run from the speedy Mason Versey, not quite able to connect there. But you can see what they were trying to do, play it in behind Vlastelica there. And Mason Versey, who's come over, taken a leap from NPL 2, where he was playing at MacArthur Rams. Came off the bench last week. Replaced Charles Mendy in the second half, but no Mitch Marley this week, so Mason Versey getting his opportunity in the starting 11. Impressed last season in NPL 2 for MacArthur Rams, but a huge step up, a play with lots of promise. Here he is on the ball, Mercy, a great little dribble, getting past Shannon Cole. Mercy now driving at Vlastelica, just over hitting the final ball, but an excellent early contribution from Mason Versey. Playing short out of the back is John Hall. Now he goes longer, looking for Sim. Overhitting that on that occasion. Blacktown with the possession early. Spirakis again. A lot went through him last week. That time he couldn't quite hit Versey. Good defending from Antelmi, but Blacktown still have it here through Matt Lewis. Combines with Roberto Speranza. And now Speranza gives it away in midfield. Trefiro's got an option in Sim. Just hits it slightly behind him. But Payne gets an opportunity here. And the keeper, Prendergast, with the left foot stop. Now Sim picking up the second ball edge of the box. Sim with the shot. Just wide. What an opening that was for Sydney United. Trefiro picking the ball up. Not quite able to connect there with Sim. But then the ball fell and Prendergast had to come up with a strong stop with his left foot just sharp down to his left. Chance for a breather. What a start here at Sydney United. Paninikas coming across for the corner. Moving forward is the central defenders. Tomalic is in there. Vlastelica. Paninikas over the ball. Clips it in and a good header there. Good effort in the middle. It was one of the central defenders there. Vlastelica was the player who got the header onto it. Player who was part of the RPS squad last season, the premiership winning squad. He's come over to Sydney United in the off-season. Had a very strong game last week at Marconi alongside Tomalich in the heart of that defence. Here's Hall. Looking to switch it out to Shannon Cole, but Versi's in a good position. Mason Versi plays it into the middle for Clute. Shut down quickly by Trafiro and also Perkatis. Now the ball out on the left-hand side, Speranza. Perkatis doing a good job in that centre midfield there. Out to Sim. Combines with Payne. Happy to keep it, Sydney United. Payne plays it back and they can build it up patiently here through Perkatis, who switches it out to the left-hand side for Cole. Already a lot more possession here for Sydney United. A lot less contested position too. Last week, Marconi were right in their face, not giving them any time and space on the ball. Enjoying a little bit more space here. Cole. Plays it all the way back to Vlastelica. And Blacktown City come out in their press. They move the defensive line higher up the pitch. Vlastelica now looking long. Looking for the run of Payne. Payne versus Spirakis, and Spirakis clears it away for a corner. Happy to go long in behind that high line. Sydney United looking for that run of Payne in behind. And Paninikas comes across again to take the corner. Excellent start here. Both teams settling their way into the game. Good tempo early. Nikas over the corner. Vlastelica's in there again. Tomalich too. Sim makes a run at the back post. Goes towards the back post. A punch from Prendergast. Give Prendergast a bit of confidence that an early save and now a punch. Good early contributions from the custodian who came across from Tasmania and has made a good career in the last couple of years at Blacktown City. Really settled in well at this club. Free kick now, Mendy. Plays it into Connor Evans. Evans has got Roberto Speranza to his right. Speranza with a first-time cross. Bit too close on that occasion to the keeper, and John Hall able to shield that out for a goal kick. But we've seen Giorgio Speranza get forward on one occasion down the left. Roberto on that occasion on the opposite side. Blacktown last week played a 0-0 draw against the Wollongong Wolves in a very tight contest. A contest which saw Daniel Arujo red carded. So to finish off that game with 10 men, I think I'd be very pleased Mark Crittenden to come away from Wynn Stadium with just a 1 point, and that gives them something to build on. So this game pretty critical for both sides. Quickly taken throw in here. Versi's on the ball. Tries to combine with Connor Evans. Does. Connor Evans looking for Gibbs on that occasion. Now Paninikas. Perkatis gives it away. Matty Lewis gives it away as well. Perkatis picking the ball up after losing it. Doing well to win it back. Now Tomoki Menda. Player who's come across where he spent some time in the Singaporean league. Japanese player. Here he is on the ball. United building up patiently here. Switching it out to Vlastelica. He's got Trafiro to his left. That's where he goes. Short. Trafiro tries to combine with Cole. Now the ball from Antelmi looking for Trafiro down the left-hand side. Gets to it ahead of Spirakis. Opportunity here for Sydney United. Trafiro gets it into the near post. And Payne there in the air, not far at all. An excellent build-up from Sydney United. Down the left-hand side, the combinations there. Antelmi, Trafiro able to shake off the challenge of Spirakis and hit one in at the near post. He's a high press from Sydney United, and they win it back quickly as Prendergast gives it away. And Telmi against his old club. What a big game for him. Shannon Cole now. Trafiro looking to hit Payne. The run from Nikas. Nikas in behind and on the left foot. Not far at all there. Another good little opening from Sydney United, who started this game very well. Finished 7th last season. Disappointing by their standards. after winning the premiership in 2016. That year they lost the championship on the grand final day to this club, Blacktown City, 3-0 on that occasion. So you can see the rivalry is pretty intense in recent times between the two clubs, two of the big guns. In fact, Sydney United, it's been 5 games now since they've managed to taste success against Blacktown City. 2 draws last season, 0-0 in the round 11 at Lilies in the opening match, and then 2-2 it finished at Adensor Park here in round 22, the end of the season. And then 3 losses in the year before, 2016. As I mentioned, it was a season that Sydney United were able to win the premiership, but 3 times they met Blacktown, and 4 times they met Blacktown, 3 times they lost. And so it's been 5 games since they've beaten Blacktown. Here's Mendy now for City. Speranza, Giorgio down the left-hand side. Knocking it back to Clute. Clute's got an option in the middle. Versi was one of them. Gibbs was the other. Certainly Blacktown trying to get back into this at the moment. It's been United who've created the openings. The best chances so far. Can Blacktown set one up from a set piece? Strong though from Hall to come off his line, a punch. The header, attempted clearance there. And adjudged to have been pushed there in the back by Gibbs. Was Vlastelica. So Hall can set up with a free kick inside his box. I mentioned that 2016 season. The grand final 3-0 loss. Also an epic in the FFA Cup that year. The round of 32. Where Sydney United won that 6-2 in extra time. Blacktown City, won that 6-2 in extra time. So it's been quite some time since Sydney United have been able to get over their rivals. But a good start here. Here's Menda down the line for Sim. Trefiro making the run out of midfield. Payne to his right. Paninikas now on the ball. Sim makes the overlap. Goes back to Pakatis. Combining with Nikas. Now Sim. Good work from Mendy though to come back and double up with Giorgio Speranza and apply just enough defensive pressure there. Here is Mendy with the clearance. Pakatis doing well to track back and get the header. Vlastelica plays it out to the right. Menda into the feet of Payne. Out to Sim. Making the run forward is Nikas. That's who he tried to hit, but Yanis Barakis read that well. Good defending on that occasion. Player who's come across from Sydney Olympic, Yanis Barakis. Spent some time at Sydney FC as well. Just marshalling his defence at the moment. Forcing Zach Cancross out of the team at the moment. That's a big call from Mark Crittenden, but at the moment Barakis is adding so much to this Blacktown City team. Here's Sim. Cutting it in. Oh, not a bad effort at all from Matt Sim. Getting a lot of ball at the moment on that right-hand side. And it's a good battle between him and Giorgio Speranza early in this game. We've had 18 minutes at Sydney United Sports Centre, and at the moment it's 0-0 still between Sydney United and Blacktown City. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. I'm Tony Tanous. You're watching this live on the NPL New South Wales Facebook page. Worldwide coverage. As I mentioned in the pre-game last week, we had fans watching all around the world, even Japan, Lebanon, Pakistan, right around the world. So thank you. Hope you're enjoying the New South Wales National Premier League coverage. 2 live streams, as we mentioned, a week, every Saturday and Sunday, showcasing the high quality of this competition. We're seeing that early here. Lots of very good players early in the season, still finding their combinations. So many changes for Jason Chalina and Sydney United. It may take them a couple of games to settle in. They had a great record here last year, despite not having the best of seasons all up. They only lost twice here throughout the season, so they still have a formidable home record. And here is Paninikas. Onto the left foot. Paninikas, not a bad effort. Prendergast, though, down to his left. Smothered the shot. Can give you an update from around the grounds in National Premier League Men's 1. And currently it's Sutherland Sharks leading Sydney FC Youth by 2-0. 65 minutes into that one. Here at Blacktown City venturing forward. Glenn Trefiro trying to break it up for Sydney United, but doing well was Gibbs. Now Connor Evans. He's got Menda to his left. Comes all the way out through Spirakis. Now Roberto Speranza. Happy to patiently set up here, Blacktown City. Sydney United go a bit higher up the pitch here. Now it's out through Prendergast to Lynch. Elsewhere across the NPL scene in NPL 2, currently Western New Wanderers leading Hills Brumbies by 1-0. Here's the ball from Spirakis, looking for Roberto Speranza. Shannon Cole tracks to run all the way over the byline. A few games being played at the moment at half-time in that one. West Sydney Wanderers 1-0 over Hills Brumbies. Macarthur Rams, I mentioned Mason Versey, his old club, currently leading the Northern Tigers 2-1 at half-time. Bit of an upset there. And at half-time, St George currently leading the Bankstown, Canterbury Bankstown 2-0. The throwing taken by Speranza. Now Clute. Not too many touches so far. Good skill though on that occasion to shake off and tell me and win a free kick for Blacktown City. Real opportunities for Devante Clute. Very excited to be getting his opportunity. Said he'll work extremely hard over the next 7 months and show fans he has what it takes to get back in the A-League. Coming across from the Jets after a stint at Brisbane Roar. And so a real opportunity here. We saw last week Daniel Alessi also coming out of the A-League from the Jets. He was excellent last week. He's Gibbs now for Blacktown City. Mendy's the target in the middle, but well covered there on that occasion from Tomoki Menda. Some good defending there so far from Menda. Here he is again on the ball. Can't quite find the target man, Payne, on that occasion, and Matt Lewis picks it up for Blacktown City. Spirakis now. He's got Roberto Speranza to his right. Roberto Speranza plays it infield for Versey. Connor Evans now on the ball for Blacktown. Mentioned Sydney United season last year, 7th. First the season before that in 2016. 7th in 2015. So it's been a bit of a yo-yo. Hall coming out of off his line there to clear for Sydney United. Spirakis with the header. Down to Lynch, and now Roberto Speranza. Gibbs can't quite keep it in on that occasion. And it's a throw-in for Shannon Cole. So yeah, very much a yo-yo for Sydney United. If that form stands up, you can expect to see them high up on the ladder this season. Not the best start last week. Jason Kalina, fresh out of the NPL 3, where he was finished the champion for Fraser Park in NPL 3. Here is Roberto Speranza for Blacktown City. Cleared away at the back post. Tomalich. Now Connor Evans. Menda clears. Speranza can set up for the throw-in. Combines with Versey. Now Devante Clute. A good ball in for Mendy. Not a bad ball at all from Devante Clute. Excellent curve on that. Mendy attacked it, and he wasn't far off at all. A good bit of play there from Blacktown City. Not far away from the opener. United going short. Blacktown applying the high press. Can they get out of it? Pakatsas now to Menda. Plays it into Sim. Good work from Sydney United. Now they're in space in midfield. Through Trefiro, who can play it out to the left for Shannon Cole. Cole looking to hit Payne there, but Spirakis reading it. Vlastelica down to Trefiro. Looking to combine with Antelmi. Versi picks it up for Blacktown City. Good start for him in this game. He's the target on this occasion, but Shannon Cole reading that long ball from Roberto Speranza. Versi applying the press all the way. Sim with the knockdown. In fact, the flag goes up. Sim coming back from an offside position. And the assistant referee, Jun Park, his flag goes up. And it's a free kick to Blacktown City in their own half. Spirakis controlling things at the back with Grant Lynch. Hasn't he cemented his position at Blacktown City? Seems he's ahead of Zach Cancross at the moment. He's Paninikis. Paninikis has got Sim to his right. Grant Lynch goes out to face him. Plays back to Trefiro. Coming back is Clute. Now Mendy supporting, but Menda getting forward down the right. Not a bad effort there to get that cross in. Bit too close in the end, and Prendergast coming out and now rolling to Spirakis. Spirakis looking long for Mendy here. Not quite able to hit him there. Menda was alert to that, and it's a Sydney United throw-in. United happy to play out from the back again. High press from Blacktown. Hall goes through Tomalich, and there's space in the middle for Payne. Combining with Nikas. Can he get to it again? He does, just ahead of Connor Evans. And now Trefiro plays. Can he Nikas in? Prendergast read that well, though. Comes off his line. Only as far as Sim. Payne dropping into that midfield to help set up the play. Allowing Paninikis to drive into the space. Here is Nikas trying to get that flick on. Cleared by Lynch. Now Sim. Lynch again. Strong work defensively. Connor Evans coming out for Blacktown. Gets it to Clute. Faced by two. Press strong from Picardis. Picardis can't quite find his target though, and Spirakis reads it well. Under pressure though from Antelmi, forcing an error out of Spirakis, who gives away a throw-in. Opportunity for Trefiro to switch it to Menda. Can he keep it in? Not quite on that occasion. The space was there, slightly overhit on that occasion, and now Blacktown have got some space going forward through Clute. Versi's on the right-hand side, goes short to Gibbs. Coming out is Tomalich. Now Nikas. Trefiro. Sim's looking for Menda down the right. Menda holding the run. Coming forward on the left though is Shannon Cole. Keeps it in. Tracked by Versi. Shannon Cole. Spirakis away. Now Connor Evans can clear, looking for Mendy. Trying to expose him one-on-one. At the moment, not quite connecting on that transition. Player, Blacktown City, I think clearly tactically Mark Rittenden set up to try and expose Mendy one-on-one against Menda. So far, the Visa player, Menda doing a good job defensively, but Blacktown not quite able to connect. Now Connor Evans down that left-hand side. Opportunity to expose Mendy here one-on-one. Double team though, so he combines with Evans. Now into Clute, edge of the box. What can Devante Clute do here? He's got Versi to his shooting opportunity here for Versi. Lead by Menda. Spirakis with a bit of space to carry it forward. Combining with Versi. Now he's faced by Cole, takes him on, but good defending there from the experience. Ex-West Sydney Wanderers and Sydney FC A-League player. He's Nikas, coming forward. In transition, through Sim. Hits Payne inside the box. Pressure from Lynch forces Sydney United out. And now Menda turns. Vlastelica joins the attack. Shannon Cole, available and used. Calling for the combination with Antelmi. Antelmi gets to it. Now turns. Has he got a bit of space here, Patrick Antelmi? Not quite. Nikas picks it up in the middle. Shannon Cole looking for the combination, asking for his teammates to come and play combos. Tries to get it into the feet of Trefiro there. Read by Roberto Speranza. Now Clute, can he transition? Picardis holds him up and gives away a free kick Probably a clever tactical move, foul there on that occasion from Picardas. So it looked like he might just prompt that transition moment for Blacktown City, and Picardas doing a job to hold him up. An update from down south where the Sydney FC have scored a goal against the Sutherland Sharks. At the moment, Sutherland 2, Sydney FC 1. The goal scorer on the 71st minute, Jola, for Sydney FC after Hughes and Olsen scored for the Sharks after half-time. So 2-1 currently to the Sharks at home. 76 minutes gone in that one. Keep you updated. 0-0 here at Sydney United Sports Centre between the host Sydney United against Blacktown City. Round 2 of the men's one in the New South Wales National Premier League. Here's Charles Mendy on the left. Cutting in, looking to combine with Evans. Now a bit of space for Mendy. Where's the final product? Looks inside. Not a bad opportunity here. Versey was competing there with Cole. And in the end, the ball fell. And Cole did a good job defensively just to usher it back to goalkeeper Hall. Make sure that it was safe defensively there for Sydney United. Now Vlastelica. Out through Tomilic. Massim turns. Mentioned to Moki Menda down that right-hand side. Giving it up on that occasion were Sydney United, and now Blacktown City can transition through Versey. Good work again from Cole. Not giving him space on that dribble. Versey certainly got the better of him early. Cole getting on top now. Good test for the youngster. Vlastelica looking forward here, looking for Payne. Spirakis in strong, but Payne able to hold it up and now switch it out to Sim. Menda goes forward. Nikas is there on the edge of the box too. Can he fashion something here, Penny Nikas? What an amazing record over the last 3 seasons. 39 goals. Here he is in behind. Penny Nikas cutting it back there, and a strong intervention. It had to be in the middle. Speranza in the end. Nikas got in behind. And Giorgio Speranza tracking back from that left back position. Compressing in defence. And just able to get the block on. But it's another corner here for Sydney United. Massim this time. The left footer with the in-swinger. What's the target? Back post is Trefiro. Trefiro on the volley inside. Can Blacktown clear? In the end, a foul adjudged against Vlastelica there. And it's a free kick for Blacktown. Bit of variety on that one. Hitting the short man, Trefiro, at the back post. Can give you a bit of an update on scores in NPL 2 in New South Wales as well. Hills Brumbies have hit back against the West Sydney Wanderers, so it's 1-1 there at Lilies. Northern Tigers have hit back against the Macarthur Rams. It's 2-2 between the Northern Tigers and Macarthur Rams, and St George still leading Canterbury Bankstown 2-0. Here's Connor Evans driving forward for Blacktown City. Mason Verse into Devante Cludides. Now out to Mendy. Mendy trying to dink it in again. Good defensive work from Cole. Lewis can't quite bring it under control, and now Sydney United can counter-attack. Payne's made a good angled run out to the left, tracked by Spirakis. Can't quite keep it in on that occasion. Spirakis just goes over the byline, and now it's another corner opportunity here for Sydney United. Nikas just walking over slowly for this one. Taking their time, Sydney United here. As we mentioned, it's been a warm day here in Sydney. Temperatures hitting the mid-30s. Certainly cooled down for this kickoff. But any opportunity to get a breather, players are taking it. Early in the season, still building up that fitness and the combinations. Nikas with the corner here. Into the middle. Again, the target was Lastalitsa there. And he got a header to it just for the second time now. Looking a real threat is Adrian Vlastelica. Not quite able to connect on target. But you can see that's one of the things that Jason Kalina has been working on. I mentioned the homecoming for Jason Kalina. What a story that is. Made his debut at the age of 16 and 90 days here. Back in 1996, first grade debut. And to come back here 22 years later, what a homecoming of sorts after a great career overseas. Now Mendy's in behind here. The flag goes up though. That's the moment almost that Blacktown City were waiting for, to get Mendy one-on-one in behind that high Sydney United line. And it was Evans playing it over the top, but Mendy just offside on that occasion. Now Antelmi. And the flag's gone up against him as well, coming back from an offside position. A couple of new players out on the left-hand side for both sides. Antelmi coming across from the Wollongong Wolves last season. And what a consistent goal scorer he's been. Antelmi, 9 last year for the Wolves, 10 the year before for Blacktown, 11 the year before that. So you can see the consistency out of midfield, and Sydney United certainly purchasing some proven quality there. Here's Connor Evans, now Speranza, Giorgio on the left, Matt Lewis. Again at the feet of Mendy, taking on Menda. Can he get the cross in? Not a bad one, but Shannon Cole reading that. Gibbs slightly on his heels on that occasion. And Cole was able to calmly see that out. For a corner to Blacktown City. Coming forward all the way from centre back to take it is Spirakis. Mendy's one of those players in there. Great effort! What a header that was from Gibbs. Crashing against the crossbar. And what an opportunity that was for Blacktown City. The low corner from Spirakis. Gibbs attacked it. Got the header on target, just hitting the crossbar. So close for Blacktown City. Now the ball out. Looking for Cole on that occasion. Spirakis, the player who took that set piece, it was a beauty. And Gibbs with the movement in the box, going so close. Certainly Blacktown's best chance of the game so far. 40 minutes in here at Edensa Park. Sydney United 0, Blacktown City 0. Trying to play Mendy in here. Can he get to it ahead of the keeper? No, Hall spills out. Mendy with a chance. Hall on the edge of his box. Now Connor Evans goes for goal! And what an effort that is! A terrific finish from Connor Evans. And it's Blacktown City. 41st minute here at Edensa Park. They take the lead after an error on the edge of the box from John Hall. Initially the ball in behind for Mendy. And Hall spilt it. Mendy kept it alive. Connor Evans, what a dink that was. Only one goal last season, Connor Evans, and only in the second round this year. Getting off the mark with a terrific chip finish over Adrian Vlastelica as the keeper was stranded. And it's Blacktown City who take the lead. 1-0, 41 minutes in.
Goal scorer for Blacktown City, Connor Evans.
Can Sydney United hit back before half-time? Here's Paninikas. Turning Matt Lewis, combining with Payne, making the run in field. Can Blacktown clear? They can. Spirakis long, looking for Gibbs. Vlastelica, got to be careful there. The free kick's been given by Craig Fisher on the halfway line. Blacktown looking to transition. And Vlastelica was in the back of Gibbs there. Blacktown certainly settled in the second half of this first half. And Sydney United certainly got off to the flyer testing Prendergast on a couple of occasions, getting him behind. But increasingly, you can see the tactical play from Mark Crittenden. They're looking to get Charles Mendy in down that left-hand side. And on that occasion, they were able to. The keeper made the error, and picking up the pieces was Connor Evans for the opening goal. Blacktown's first of the season. Here are Sydney United through Paninikas. Can he get it in behind here? Fantelmi just overhit slightly on that occasion. And Prendergast can clean up. Now Spirakis. Evans and Versi to the right. So is Roberto Speranza. Evans plays in. Speranza. The cross in. Looking for Gibbs. Cleared away by Tomilic. Back helping was him. To Tomoki Menda. Couple of minutes here for Sydney United. Can they get one back before the break? Vlastelice out to Shannon Cole. Into Antelmi. The run from Nikas. Antelmi carries his run forward, but doing a good defensive job there. Spirakis on Nikas. Stable to hold up Sydney United. Trafiro trying to pick up the ball against Evans. Evans strong though. And now he's out to Versi. Mason Versi. Making the overlap is Gibbs. Versi cutting in on his left foot. Clute. Now it's on to Giorgio Speranza. And a good save down to his right from John Hall. But excellent transition from Blacktown City. Getting Clute in. Playing it through to Giorgio Speranza. And the shot at the near post. And Hall had to be sharp down to his right. After Connor Evans won the ball in midfield. Quick transition from right to left from Blacktown. And they're certainly getting into their stride as we near the half-time break here at Sydney United Sports Centre. The corner. Goes short. Evans is the option. Evans looks to the back post. Punching his Hall. The target there was Gibbs. You've just seen how strong he is in the air at an earlier corner. To throw in. High up the pitch here for Blacktown City. Roberto Speranza comes across to take it. Can Sydney United counter-attack? Finds Payne. Good hold-up play from the target man. Double team though. Clute and Spirakis now Clute in early. Looking for Gibbs. Hall off his line again. On that occasion, just deemed a bit too aggressive there from Gibbs on the edge of the box. Hall made the decision to come out. Gibbs had his eyes on the ball. But just deemed a bit too aggressive there from referee Craig Fisher. And Hall's given the free kick. But excellent from Devante Clute. Saw the opportunity to dink one in over the top. And the speed of that ball almost catching out Sydney United. Warming into this one is Devante Clute. What a signing, as we said earlier. Getting him over, certainly one of the headlines of the off-season, getting Devante Clute out of the A-League. Here is a player who's also had some A-League experience in Glenn Trafiro. Playing it into Antelmi. Now combining with another ex-A-League player. Paninikas gets it into Sim. Sim's in behind here. What a chance. Was it a handball? It is. It's adjudged to have been a handball from Grant Lynch. Sim's cut back. Lynch putting the arm out, and the referee, Craig Fisher, for the second week in a row, points to the spot. Last week, a penalty to Apia. This week, a penalty to Sydney United. And it's an opportunity here for Sydney United to hit back just before the half-time break. Chris Payne is the player with the ball. Lynch has had an exceptional first half. On that occasion, Craig Fisher judging that he used the arm to block that attempted cutback from Matt Sim. And it's an opportunity here for Sydney United. As we enter stoppage time in the first half, Chris Payne stepping up from the spot. And it's another great save! This time Prendergast replicating what we saw at Cromer Park last week. The keeper diving to his left. Chris Payne denied by a great save from Tristan Prendergast. And it's Blacktown City who maintain their 1-0 advantage. A set piece here, corner for Matt Sim. Over the top at the back post. Now Mendy, can he counter-attack for Blacktown? Faced by Nikas, goes past him. Mendy, can he keep it in? Good defending, though, from Shannon Cole. He's had an excellent first half for Sydney United. Started a bit slow, but hasn't he warmed up to his defensive duties throughout the half? Menda on that occasion trying to counter-attack. Cole holding it up. That might just about take us to half-time. What an opportunity for Sydney United to hit back just before the break. Here is Roberto Speranza trying to get Clute in behind there. Vlastelica had to clear that, and that's the last action of what's been an enthralling first half here at Sydney United Sports Centre. Really livened up in the last 10 minutes especially, where Connor Evans gave Blacktown City a lead after an error from goalkeeper John Hall on the 41st minute. Evans chipping Vlastelica, dinking it over the top into the net, and then Sydney United almost hitting back immediately, getting in behind down the right-hand side, and Sim cutting it back, judged to have been a penalty, and Tristan Prendergast, the hero for Blacktown City, as he jogs off at half-time with a wonderful save just before the break.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And it's at the break, it is Blacktown City leading this one by 1-0. We're going to have a short break here, and we'll be back for what promises to be an exciting second half here at Sydney United Sports Centre. Join us shortly. Okay, so welcome back here to Sydney United Sports Centre for the second half of this round 2 clash, where Sydney United are taking on Blacktown City, and at the moment it's the visitors leading by 1-0, courtesy of an outstanding goal from Connor Evans on the back of a error from goalkeeper John Hall in the 41st minute, and that sees Blacktown City leading this one by 1-0. Can Sydney United hit back at the start of this second half? Jason Kalina just waiting the referee there for Panny Nikas to make his way back onto the pitch. And we've got proceedings underway at the start of this second half. Sydney United running from left to right in the red tops. Vlastelica it is, playing it forward, cut out by Versi. Matt Lewis. Out to Connor Evans. Hope you're enjoying the first half here on NPL New South Wales Facebook page, the live stream, the first of 2 this week. Tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Do join us from Lambert Park, where Upper Leichhardt, first up winners last week, will be playing against Sydney Olympic, who are also coming off a win last week. Here are Sydney United coming forward down the left-hand side through Antelmi, but Blacktown able to clear. I'm Tony Tanus. Do hope you're enjoying the coverage around the world on NPL New South Wales Facebook. Be sure to share the link around. Great finish to the first half. Hopefully that fast action can continue early in the second half here. Leave a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're on Twitter and you're sharing your thoughts, be sure to use the hashtag NPL New South Wales. Sydney United playing it long there. Trefiro out for a throw-in here. Speranza it is, Giorgio Speranza. We'll update you from around the grounds. Full time at Sutherland, where it finished 2-1 to the Sutherland Sharks over Sydney FC Youth in NPL 1. And in NPL 2 action at the moment, 80th minute, Hills Brumbies 2, West Sydney Wanderers 2. Northern Tigers 3, coming from behind, leading MacArthur Rams 2. And St George, 82 minutes into that one, leading Bankstown 2-0. They're the score updates around the NPL in New South Wales. So the Sharks getting 3 points, 3 important points after dropping the game last week. Here's Kluke coming forward for Blacktown. High press there, putting pressure on Tomolic, trying to cut across him. Referee calls play on. Vlastelica it is for Sydney United. Good work from Mendy to come back. That's been a feature for Blacktown City, not only trying to use Mendy in that transition counter-attack where he's looked dangerous towards the end of that first half. On that occasion, the referee giving him a yellow card. So Charles Mendy, the first player to go into the book. Only his second appearance in the New South Wales NPL has come across from Peninsula Power in Queensland, where he's a real star in the Queensland National Premier League. Great story, in fact, in 2015 in the NPL Finals Series, he played against Blacktown City for the Moreton Bay Jets and had an absolute blinder on that occasion. Really took it to Blacktown City in the semi-final. And I think that performance must have caught the eye, as we see a foul on the far side. Referee calling for some attention here for a Sydney United player. But Charles Mendy really catching the eye in that NPL Final Series 2015 for Moreton Bay. And that must have sown a seed in Mark Crittenden's mind. So he's obviously monitored him for the last 2 years, and Mendy's gone on, done extremely well in those last couple of years. In fact, 15 goals in total in 2016 and 17. And last year, in a great run for Peninsula Power into the FFA Cup round of 32, Mendy was able to get himself 5 goals. So that's clearly caught the attention of Mark Crittenden. He's been monitoring him. And what an influence he made towards the end of that first half. As the substitutions made here, and what a joy it is to call this. Danny Choi
Substitution
back on the
for
pitch.
Blacktown, Joe Gibbs replaced by Danny Choi.
6 minutes into the second half here at Sydney United Sports Centre, and Danny Choi is the player that's come on. Haven't seen much of him in the pre-season. Spent a lot of time injured. A player who spent some time at Adelaide United where he broke a foot, and he spent a lot of time injured last year. In fact, Danny Choi only played 9 games last season, but what a prolific record he's had in the NPL. 25 goals in 56 appearances, and he's been an absolute star of the New South Wales NPL 1. So great to see him back on. Here he is with his first touch. A little bit loose there. Getting a good 40 minutes here to make an impact as Mendy's moved into that number 9 role. He's a target on that occasion, trying to clip it in behind with Spirakis. And we're seeing some good signs early here from Charles Mendy. It's going to be a live wire and a threat throughout this NPL season. Blacktown have lost James Andrew to Marconi, who was such a prolific goal scorer last year. In fact, Andrew was the second leading goal scorer for Blacktown with 11 goals. So to lose him to Marconi, they've been able to bring Mendy in. And also Mason Versey. You're seeing a slightly different setup here in the forward line for Blacktown City. Mason Versey, new player, Mendy. Devante glued in behind them in today for the suspended Daniel LaRujo. Here's Antelmi coming forward to Sydney United. Good block by Spirakis, goes down. Opportunity to get the cross in again. Lynch happy to knock it out now for Spirakis to get some treatment here. Spirakis, the player down for Blacktown. Breaking play gives me an opportunity just to give you a bit of insight into what's taking place tomorrow across the NPL scene. As we said, the live stream at 5:30 p.m. Apia versus Sydney Olympic. But the other games taking place, Wollongong again at home against Rockdale City. That's at 3 p.m. at Wynn Stadium. Hakawa versus Manly at Hensley Athletic. That game's been pushed back. Just bear in mind, extreme heat expected tomorrow. So that game kickoff's been pushed back to 4:30. And the Bonnyrigg White Eagles in another Western Sydney local derby. They're taking on Marconi. That should be a beauty out at Bonnyrigg. That's at 5 p.m. So plenty of action tomorrow across the men's NPL scene. Here's Lynch coming forward now for Blacktown. It's Spirakis. He's up now, back involved in the play. He's Clute trying to get Choi in. The flag goes up though. Choi judged to be offside on that occasion. Just went a bit too early. As I said, not cited often throughout the pre-season. But getting 40 minutes here. And isn't it great to see him back? Particularly given that Mitch Malia is off for a little while now with the call-up to the Maltese national team. And what a story that was. A player who's spent some time at Perth Glory. 6 games, in fact, at Perth Glory. As an injury replacement there. Got some time. Come back to the NPL, and now he's off as an international. The Maltese calling him up for a 2-game camp. They'll be playing Luxembourg in Malta on the 22nd of March. And then they'll be playing Finland in Turkey on the 26th of March. And Mitch Malia, fantastic for the New South Wales NPL. To see a player of that stature called up for a national team, been playing with Michael Mifsud, a player familiar to A-League fans, spent some time at Melbourne, Hart, Melbourne City. And what an opportunity that is for Mitch Malia. Maybe a window for him for a move abroad, a good opportunity to impress for the national team. So Choi coming forward now for Blacktown. He's got Versey in the middle, and that's where he goes. Versey looking to get Mendy in behind. Tomalich reads it. Now Payne, who missed the penalty just on half-time, clips the ball in looking for Antelmi. And Prendergast had to come off his line there. And Antelmi followed through. And is the referee going to issue him a yellow card here or just a warning? Prendergast strong and committed off his line. Read that really well. Payne with the long ball in behind, looking for Antelmi. A good run by him. And Prendergast was brave. And Tell Me following through there. And a yellow card awarded to Patrick and Tell Me there for that late challenge on Prendergast. Probably a fair call there from Craig Fisher. So he goes into the book and joins Charles Mendy, who picked one up a short time ago. Sydney United not able to puncture the Blacktown defence early in the second half. Blacktown grew more and more comfortable as that half went on. The first half made a couple of adjustments tactically here at the start of the second half, with Mendy going to the number 9 role, Choi coming in on the left. At the moment, United struggling to really gain control in that midfield. Give you an update from Lily's, where the Hills Brumbies have taken the lead 3-2 over West Sydney Wanderers in NPL 2. The Northern Tigers have also extended their lead in stoppage time. They're leading 4-2 over Macarthur Rams. And St George FC, they've extended their lead against Canterbury Bankstown. They're now leading by 3-0. Mentioned the earlier score, Sutherland Sharks beating Sydney FC in NPL 1 by 2-1. It's like we're going to see a change here. It's Tristan Prendergast who's holding his arm after that challenge from And Tell Me. And it looks like we're going to see a goalkeeper change here, forced on Tristan Prendergast, who produced an outstanding first half save right at the end of the first half, sharp down to his left. And it looks like it'll be the goalkeeper, the reserve team goalkeeper, which will be Stevan Savicic.
Blacktown City, Tristan Prendergast.
Stevan Savicic will be the player that comes on.
Savicic.
Player that's come over from Bonnyrigg White Eagles. So an opportunity for him, the number 20. Here he is coming into picture now. Wouldn't have had much time to warm up. Thrust into the limelight here in NPL 1 after Tristan Prendergast was injured in a heavy collision with Patrick and Tell Me. We hope it's not too serious for Tristan Prendergast, and Blacktown City fans will be monitoring that throughout the week. But here is Savicic. Like Prendergast, the club that he came over from before joining Blacktown City was the Bonnyrigg White Eagles. Goes long, looking for Mendy. Cleared by Tomalic. Trefiro out to Cole. Can United get back into this game? It's been a stop-start to the second half. The ball long. Savicic good off his line there. Reading it well. It's been a tactic for Sydney United, trying to play over the high line of Blacktown. Not able to expose it at the moment. Lynch goes long. Menda knocks it down. Now Tomalic combines with Menda. Back to Hall. What a tale for the keepers at both ends. Hall with the error to gift Blacktown the only goal of the game so far. Prendergast with a great save from the penalty spot. Sprawling himself to the left to deny Payne just before half time, and then shortly into the second half, limping off, or certainly holding that arm after a heavy clash with Patrick and Tell Me. Here is Picardis coming forward to Sydney United. Blacktown City giving away a corner. Versi it was, the player tracking back. Corner opportunity here for Sydney United. Vlastelica in there, so Tomalic. Vlastelica over the top of him into Payne. Payne with the volleying opportunity. Didn't quite connect. And it goes wide. Finding himself in space at the back post. We've seen that now on 2 occasions from Sydney United. Overhitting it to the back post for a volleying opportunity. We saw Glenn Trefiro in the first half at the back post. Now Payne. Certainly a bit of variation from Jason Kalina on the set pieces. Savicic goes long. The flick on for looking for Mendy. Vlastelica reads it. Back to Hall. All goes long down the left-hand side. Good work from Shannon Cole. Giving it away, though, in the end. Now Choi gives it away as well. Pakatis. Trafiro. Finds Sim. On the right-hand side. Cuts in on the left. Straight at the keeper, though. Savicic down over the top of it. Expecting Sydney United to really put some pressure on this young keeper. Really test him. Spirakis goes long looking for Mendy, but he's judged to have been offside there. Jun Park right on the spot. And United can build up through Tomalic. We've had 62 minutes here at Sydney United Sports Centre. Lastalitza going down the line. Hope you're enjoying the coverage on the NPL New South Wales Facebook page. Let us know your thoughts if you're on Twitter. Use the hashtag NPL New South Wales. Looks like we're going to see another substitution here. And it is Sydney United. Looks like it's going to be a debut here for Christian Gonzalez. The number 2. Who's the player that will be replaced? Christian Gonzalez it is that comes on. And it's Paninikas. Paninikas, the player that's been made way here for Sydney United. 63 minutes into the game, the armband goes to Anthony Tomalic, and Christian Gonzalez is the player that comes on. Formerly of Sydney FC in the youth ranks, making his debut here for Sydney United. Winning a header. Now he gets forward down the left-hand side. Seen a bit of a tactical adjustment here with Antelmi coming across into the middle, in behind Payne, in that number 10 role, and Christian Gonzalez has gone onto that left side of the attack. That's where Antelmi was playing. So that's a tactical adjustment from Jason Kalina. Pakatis it is who clips it over to the right-hand side for Tomoki Menda. Plays it back to Sim, looking inside, and Antelmi is the target in that second striker role, just behind Payne. Troy trying to counter-attack, and Pakatis dives in there. And it's a yellow card for Yanni Pakatis for a tackle on Danny Choi in the middle of the park, breaking up that counter-attack opportunity for Blacktown. Professional foul there for Pakatis, and he goes into the book as well. Now Lynch for Blacktown, looking wide for Giorgio Speranza. Sydney United set up to press and really deny them opportunities to play out. They have to be very proactive from here, Sydney United. Can they get themselves an equaliser? Menda, back to Tomalic. Plays forward for Sim. Combines with Payne. Now Pakatis through Trafiro. The ball out to the left-hand side for Shannon Cole now. Shannon Cole making an overlapping run, injecting himself into the attack. Tracked back by Blacktown City. And a foul. Craig Fisher giving Blacktown a bit of relief there with the foul. Deep in their right-hand pocket there. Spirakis can take his time. Savicic can set up. Sydney United will need a fair bit more of that from Shannon Cole. The fullbacks injecting themselves into the attack in this second half. I mentioned earlier the start Sydney United had last season, where they lost their first 3 games. A bit of panic stations earlier, that then they went on a massive winning run. But certainly they won't want to be losing 3 games to start the season here. Big recruitment in the off-season, and Jason Kalina stepping up from NPL 3, where he had a great tussle for the club championship with the Rothermere Lions. They got pipped for the premiership on that in the NPL 3, but managed to win the championship on grand final day here. Now stepping up into NPL 1. He's pulled his first change here in this game. Christian Gonzalez. Can he have an influence? Sim leaves it, knowing that he's in an offside position. Speranza plays back to Savicic. In United applying a bit of high press here. Lynch gets out of it with a good dribble. Carries it forward. He's got an option to his left. It was Choi. Stepping out is Vlastelica. Now Gonzalez turns and drives forward. Combines with Trefiro, who gets Shannon Colin down the left-hand side. Numbers in the middle. Cole's patient though. Trefiro turning Evans. Trefiro driving forward. Coming out those Barakis. Reading it well. Can Blacktown counter-attack? Mendy's the target. Offside though for Mendy. A couple of times now he's been caught in offside positions in that transition. United starting to build some pressure now. Can they create some opportunities? Picatis it is, trying to play Menda in, but Choi tracking back. And now can he counter-attack, take Menda on. Good defending though for Tamaki Menda, excellent work from him. He's had a strong game, the right back for Sydney United. Now Sim. Sim on his right foot this time, what a chance! Excellent opportunity there. Patrick Antelmi finding himself in space inside the box. Inside of the left foot volley, just over the bar from Antelmi after some excellent work from Sim and Menda down the right-hand side. And what an opportunity that was for Sydney United. 69 minutes in here at Adensa Park, and it remains 1-0 to Blacktown City, the visitors. As we mentioned earlier, it's been 5 matches now where Sydney United have not been able to shake. Versey here going in strong there, and it's a yellow card all in here, Melly, after a strong challenge from Versey. 2-footed on that occasion. Who's the player that's gone down? Looks like we might need some treatment for that player, but the Sydney United player's not taking to that very kindly. That challenge from Mason Versey. The referee was in there very quick to show the card. Perhaps fortunate Mason Versey, there was only a yellow. And the Grant Lynch there just having a chat to the referee. Referee now chatting to Mason Versey, reminding him he's very lucky not to go on that occasion. He's got to be extremely careful from now on. Looks like we might see another substitution here for Blacktown City, who lead this game 1-0. 70 minutes in, and it looks like the central defender, Cancross, is going to be the player that comes on. And the player that is replaced is the player who's just made that challenge. Probably a wise move from the coach, Mark Crittenden, to take Mason Versey off. So Versey is the player who makes way for Cancross, who clears long for Blacktown City. And we'll look at what this does tactically for Blacktown City. Looks like they might be using a back three with wing backs now and only 2 up front. So Mendy and Choi up front. Spirakis split, Cancross and Lynch at the back, and there is Spirakis clearing with the 2 wing backs, the Speranza brothers. Roberto on the right, Giorgio on the left. So a bit of a tactical adjustment here from Mark Crittenden. Going to a back 3 with 2 wing backs, 2 up front, then 3 across the midfield with Lewis and Connor Evans deep. Devante Clute in the advanced role, just to shore up this 1-0 lead. Sydney United pressing forward down the right-hand side. Sim clipping it, looking for the back post, but overhitting it on that occasion. Not quite the connection from Sydney United. A lot of ball has gone out to Matt Sim, and he did set up a penalty opportunity just before half-time, which was saved brilliantly from Tristan Prendergast, if you're just joining us. That followed the opening goal for Connor Evans on the foot for 41st minute for Blacktown City. Here's Mendy now on the counter-attack. These opportunities that he likes. A good cross in. Had to be cleared and dealt with by Tomalich. It was, as Danny Choi was in there sniffing for any loose ball. Cancross has just come on for Blacktown. Comes forward for this one. Always a threat at set pieces. Managed to get 2 goals last year to Cancross. Spirakis it is that's gone over to take this one. Goes to the edge of the 18-yard box, but Picardus is there for Sydney United. Can they counter-attack through Antelmi? He's got Payne to his right, and coming back there, giving away a free kick was Zach Cairncross, and that was a bit of a cynical one there. The players just come on there, clipping Payne, a yellow card, so they're starting to mount. Wanting to take that one quick, Sydney United, but the referee's still doing some paperwork on the halfway line, holding it up, making them come back. Just about 17 minutes left in this one here at Sydney United Sports Centre. Can the hosts get themselves an equaliser? Vlastelica looks out to Sim. Faced by Giorgio Speranza. Takes him on. Sim plays back to Tomoki Menda. Plays it in, looking for Trefiro. Not a bad option at all. It's been an impressive display from Tomoki Menda today. I mentioned his stint in the Singaporean S-League. Albirex Niigata. So that's a satellite for the Japanese club, Albirex Niigata. They use that for their Japanese players. They get an opportunity to play in the S-League, and he spent 2 years there, Tomoki Menda, and he's now made his way over to Sydney United. A tough week last week, a tough debut against Marconi, who are very physical and very strong. But he's done well today on that right-hand side of the defence. And it looks like he'll feature throughout this NPL season. One to keep an eye on, certainly. Here he is again. The first touch into the feet of Sim. Sim switching it out to the left-hand side. Good ball on that occasion. Now Christian Gonzalez playing square. Opportunity for Sim now. Not the best first touch on that occasion. Can keep it in. In fact, he can't keep it in, and it's a throw-in to Giorgio Speranza for Blacktown City. Trefiro trying to combine with Menda. Here's him. Into Antelmi. Payne dropping off again. Now Vlastelica out to Cole. United trying to switch from side to side. Picardus trying to pull the strings in midfield. Blacktown dropping men back. Pressing in numbers. Denying space. And now the counter-attack opportunity as it's given away. Lewis holds it up, waits for the run of Speranza. Giorgio Speranza leaves it for Choi. Down the left-hand side is Speranza. Trefiro applying the pressure. Just a bit too aggressive there, according to referee Craig Fisher. It's a free kick to Blacktown City. Leaving it Giorgio Speranza for Devante Clute. Happy to go back. Keep possession for now. Spirakis, as we said, now in the centre of a back three. Zach Cairncross. Roberto Speranza. Good mobility as usual from Connor Evans. Now Matt Lewis. Giorgio Speranza. Relieving the pressure here, Blacktown, by sustaining the ball. Good build up this. Clute. Can he provide the polish? Not quite. Good defensive work in the midfield. Sydney United with a chance to counter now. Gonzalez. Holds it up. Through Picardus. Carrying it through from the back is Vlastelica. Now Sim overlapping is Menda. Sim cutting in as usual on the left-hand side. Now taking the shot. And Savicic had to get down to his right. Not enough on that from Sim to trouble the substitute custodian, and he dealt with that comfortably. Hope you're enjoying this on the NPL New South Wales Facebook page. I'm Tony Tenus. First of two live streams this weekend. Tomorrow 5:30, it's Apia versus Sydney Olympic. Promises to be an absolute beauty. Apia so impressive. We had them on the live stream last Saturday in the season kickoff. It's an excellent second half from them. That'll give them a lot of confidence heading into that game tomorrow. We'll speak about the Japanese visa player Menda, who's on the ball here last week. one of the other Japanese visa players, Sakia, was excellent for Apia. You'll get an opportunity to see him again tomorrow. Now the ball from Sydney United out to the right-hand side. Now in at the feet of Antelmi. Can he provide that moment? Lynch strong. Devante Clute with an excellent first touch to hold it up and face forward. It's been a feature for him, always looking to play forward. Now Matt Lewis out to the right-hand side. Connor Evans. Not quite connecting on that occasion with Clute. And this is a chance with a bit of space for Trefiro. Evans working back. What a motor he has. Gonzalez, can he provide? Holds it up for Cole. Looking for that creativity here, Sydney United. Oh, not quite on the same wavelength there. Christian Gonzalez and Shannon Cole. Cole was expecting the run in behind there. Savicic goes long. Cole with the header. .79 minutes played here. And it's still Blacktown City leading this one by 1-0. Lynch away. Giorgio Esperanza onto the loose ball. Goes long. Happy to clear anywhere for now. The flow of the game certainly favouring Sydney United at the moment. Blacktown City happy to sit back and absorb. Sim on the ball. Trefiro edge of the box. Plays back to Menda. Here's Trefiro. Maybe looking for a little bit of quicker ball movement. Now Sim. Edge of the box. Matty Sim. Can he fashion something for Sydney United? Gonzalez was on the edge of the box there too. Referee waving play on, and Sydney United can come forward again. Pressure from Choi on Trefiro. Here he's on the ball again. No panic, it's expected to try and provide something here for Sydney United. Can they fashion an opening? Cancross clears. Almost a back five here for Blacktown City. The Speranza brothers on the right and left. Joining Lynch, Spirakis and Cancross, making it very difficult for Sydney United to penetrate. Managed to get a draw last week in Wollongong, did Blacktown City. 2 away games to start the season. Here's Antelmi, blocked by Connor Evans. Now Mendy on the counter-attack. Can he get to it before Spirakis? No, it's Yanis Spirakis who gets there first. Applying a bit of pressure. Is there space for United to use it in transition? Now Tomalic. Switching it out to the left-hand side. Gonzalez in a bit of space. One-on-one with Roberto Esperanza. Now Christian Gonzalez on the right foot. Almost falls on the edge of the box to Antelmi. And what an opportunity that looked like. Edge of the 6-yard box. Antelmi was sniffing around after Christian Gonzalez tucked in onto his right foot. Now Cancross looking long for Choi. Menda reads it well as he has all night. Tomalic. Trefiro into Sim. Gonzalez ducks in, allows Cole to get wide on the left. Spirakis has got Menda to his right, Cole to his left, that's where he goes. Blacktown happy to sit and press when they come into the space. Lastalitza looking for the switch. Only as far as Giorgio Esperanza, who finds Choi now. Menda, as he trying to get back there in transition for Sydney United. Keeping it here are Blacktown, not able to quite connect in transition there. Take a little bit of time for that combination between Choi and Clute to build up throughout the season. But how potent does that look for Blacktown City? Charles Mendy also impressing tonight for Blacktown, showing that they've got a bit of potency in attack. Here's Trefiro. Can he create for Sydney United? Trying to get it in behind for Payne. Not quite able to get to it. Good defending from Roberto Esperanza. And we're about to see another substitution here for Sydney United. And it's Matthew Bilic, the player who comes on. Bilic is the player that's come on at left back. Looks like a direct spot swap at the moment with Shannon Cole. He's going to walk around the far side. Decent performance tonight from Shannon Cole. Maybe a little bit of spark on that right-hand side now. Bilic and Gonzalez, can they fashion something with just over 6 minutes to go here at Sydney United Sports Centre? Down the line looking for Clute there. Matt Lewis comes out. Can he find Mendy? Can he keep it in down the right-hand side? Got his skates on there. Couldn't quite get to it. Very quick, but just not enough legs to get to that one. What a shift he's put in. Play to watch certainly in the NPL this season. Guy has spent quite a bit of time overseas as well, Charles Mendy. Spent some time in places like France, Romania, Bulgaria and Norway. So certainly a guy who's travelled around. Here's Trafiro, the edge of the box. Falls to Payne now, and tell me can't quite fashion it on target. Sydney United coming home, trying to apply the pressure. 5 minutes to go here at Adensa Park. Payne and tell me there. Trafiro pulling the strings. After dropping the points last week at Marconi, back home this week, they're really looking for the 3 points. Certainly now, we'd love to get a point out of this one. We've seen the Late Late Show here many occasions. Can they produce some magic here? Carrying it forward, Vlastelica. Now Trafiro looking for that ball in behind for Payne. Reading it, exceptional game from Grant Lynch tonight. Reading it on that occasion again, and in transition, the clever work from Devante Clute just to draw the foul, gets the ball first, and wins his team a relieving free kick. Excellent performance from Devante Clute tonight. Undoubtedly, he'll be a star of this competition. And he's shown that tonight with some of his touches and vision. Always looking to play forward. Here is Bilic coming forward for Sydney United. Now Trafiro. Matt Lewis doing a defensive job on him, so it's out to Menda. Menda looking for the switch of play. Reading it well, Speranza. Again helping out defensively. Tomalic. Sim. Over 3 minutes here at Adensa Park. Now Trafiro, edge of the box. In fact, just before that phase, after the pass from Sim, judged to have been fouled there. And so it's a set piece. They haven't had too many, Sydney United. Very disciplined performance from Blacktown City. Not giving away too many fouls despite absorbing so much pressure in this second half. But Sim has an opportunity here. On the right-hand side, he'll whip it in with his left foot. Put some pressure on the young keeper, Savicic. Here it is, the ball from Sim. Savicic comes, now under pressure. Chance, no, the referee adjudged a foul there against the keeper. And so it's a relieving free kick for Blacktown City. 88 minutes gone. Thrilling finish here at Sydney United Sports Centre. The hosts coming home, trying to get the equaliser. The moment separated by the goal in 41 minutes from Connor Evans after an error from John Hall and some good work from Charles Mendy. Blacktown clearing. United pressing. Here is Tomalic carrying it forward. Menda makes the run on the right. Tomalic switches it out through Vlastelica. Payne dropping off the front line. Now, and tell me, edge of the box. Now Trafiro trying to get on the end of it. Blacktown doing enough defensively. Just getting numbers around that edge of the 18-yard box. Connor Evans going in strong there. On the ground there. Trying to get the block on. Another free kick here. A foul on Glenn Trefiro. Last minute of normal time here. We'll have a bit of stoppage time. A couple of injuries. But here's a chance now for Trefiro over the set piece with Sim. Trefiro, is he going to go direct? He does. Disappointing one on that occasion. Not too many set pieces. Savicic goes long. Blacktown, no doubt happy to eat the seconds up here. Mendy trying to hold it up. Sydney United getting it forward quickly here. Now Pakatis. Trefiro faced by Evans. Counter-attack chance now for Clue. 2v3 for Blacktown. Sydney United doing enough to get some bodies back, but a free kick's been given here. And a yellow card given to Glenn Trefiro as we enter stoppage time here. The challenge from behind. Judged to have been worthy of a yellow card there. The challenge on Devante Clue. And Blacktown get an opportunity to relieve some pressure here. Danny Choi's the player over the ball. He's produced some absolute gems for Blacktown. Can he produce one here? No, just far over the top as well from Danny Choi on that occasion. Have Sydney United got another chance in them? Gets it into the feet of Gonzalez, and he's fouled there by Speranza. Tries to take it quickly to Trefiro. Called back by the referee. A chance to set up here, Sydney United. Now they want to go quick. Switching it out to the right-hand side for Tomalic. Bit of pressure from Choi. Now Vlastelica. Get it out to the left-hand side. Bilic can't quite keep it in. It's been that type of night for Sydney United. Not quite connecting. Not quite coming off. Certainly put the pressure on in the second half, but Blacktown have been strong. Happy to sit back and absorb most of the pressure. Now Lewis. Looks long for Clute. Good first touch. On the chest. Now takes on Vlastelica. Clute turns inside. Still going, Devante Clute. Strong play from him. Mendy, edge of the box to Connor Evans. Lovely bit of play from Clute to keep it alive for Blacktown. And now Mendy. Down the right-hand side. Still going is Charles Mendy. Takes the shot. Oh, Hall had to be strong there. Tried to catch him out, Mendy. And Hall was able to keep a strong hand there. And now Sydney United. One of their last opportunities here. Pakatis out to the left-hand side. Trefiro turns edge of the box. No space there though. Can cross, get clear. Blacktown come out. Brendan screaming. Asking for the defensive press. Vlastelica out. Bilic. Can he find a target? It's Choi who clears for Blacktown. Bilic takes it quick here. Blacktown an excellent record last season on the road. Only lost twice away from home last year. And it looks like they're going to get their second away game of the season. Looks like they're going to pick up a win here. Unless there's a chance right at the end here for Antelmi. Deflected away by Blacktown City. Just getting enough between the shot from Antelmi. And now Sim with the corner. Can United grab an equaliser here? Back post, a volleying opportunity for Gonzalez. And again, Blacktown get bodies in the way and get their block on. Gonzalez wants to take this one quickly. He's going to go long into the box. Christian Gonzalez There's Vlastelica! And what a save from the youngster Stevan Savicic! Vlastelica with a flying header from the Gonzalez corner. And Savicic, the substitute keeper. We said it's been a night for the goalkeepers. And Savicic contributes. Comes, clears by Cancross. And there's the final whistle. A win to Blacktown City. Sydney United coming home strong. But Blacktown City, thanks to a first half goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
One goal to nil. It's been a pleasure bringing it to you on the NPL New South Wales Facebook page. Do join us again tomorrow at 5:30, where we'll be at Lambert Park for RPL Like Our Tigers against Sydney Olympic, and what promises to be another beauty. From Sydney United Sports Centre, Tony Tanous signing off with a Blacktown City 1-0 win over Sydney United.